So my original Nintendo DS had a cracked top screen. As you can see, there's some messed up bits there. So I thought I would attempt to fix it. Use the spudger to remove 4 of the rubber, I guess they're rubber pads, that hide 4 Phillips screws. That's the plus symbol type of shaped screw heads, and there's 4 of them. This is probably not the best way to do it. I damaged a lot of the rubber, and I will not be putting the rubber back. The rubber, of course, puts some space between the screen when the clamshell closes. Then I unscrewed each of the screws, and that's all that's holding the front faceplate of the top screen on. And then using the spudger, one can then split apart the faceplate to access the LCD screen. It's pretty easy to do. Just try to make sure you don't catch any ribbon cables when you're opening up the thing. And the top case just comes right off. Then you see the 2 speakers on each side. And there is 1 screw that needs to be removed in order to access the ribbon cable locks. That's the screw that we're going to remove. Now, with this screw removed, we'll be able to rotate that chip off and access the 2 ribbon cables. There's a larger ribbon cable, so you just flip up the retainer flap, and then you'll be able to pull that ribbon cable straight out. There is a second smaller ribbon cable. Not sure what each of them do. I undid the adhesive. That's the only thing connecting the LCD screen still in. Then I've removed the spacer. There's just a plastic spacer that keeps the LCD in position. Just pulled that out. And then I flexed up the top screen, so really just bent it, and got under 1 corner of the damaged LCD screen. Because it is damaged one, I'm going to be checking it anyway. I wasn't too careful here. Just pulled up and lifted out that damaged screen. And then realized that there was a second smaller ribbon cable that was still holding that screen in. This ribbon cable is held in by a slightly different mechanism. Instead of a flap, it's more of a sliding retainer. So there I just slid both sides of the sliding retainer out. They just move only about 1 millimeter, and then you can go ahead and pull that ribbon cable out, and then the screen is completely free. There's that damage that we were seeing. And then we're putting in the new one. Got this off AliExpress. I want to say it was $6 to $10. Replace the spacer. And slide the screen right in. Optionally, you can tape that other ribbon cable back onto the back of the LCD. I just left mine loose. And then I reattached that small ribbon cable first. It just goes in about 2 millimeters or so. put that retaining slide in on both sides, just to lock it in place. Make sure it's secure. Then the larger, wider ribbon cable slots right in. And then flatten that retaining flap. And then rotate that chip right back in place. There is little pieces of plastic on the case shell that helps you line up that chip. I love magnetic tipped screwdrivers. Helps to pick up those really small screws. And get them right back into place. Then you just push that top right back on. It just snaps right in place. I have a Mario sticker on top. Put that on about, I think it was maybe 20 years ago when I first got this. Might have been 19 years ago. And then replace the 4 screws. So yeah, this was a pretty easy screen replacement job. Don't be afraid to fix your own machines. Save some money. And power it up. And it's good as new. Really happy with how this turned out. Thanks for watching.